Love me a survey. And Superhuman just gave us a survey. So the headline of the email is share your thoughts with Superhuman, which is a little tough because it is likely that they will get a low response rate to this. Taking surveys is an act of kindness. And many times people are very kind, but they have stuff to do. And so I would worry about response rate here. So this is nice because it doesn't show me exactly how long the survey will be, which means that I'm going to start the first couple answers. I may give up in a minute if I think that it will be too long, but by telling me up front that it'll be very long, I would give up immediately. So pros and cons. Oh no! So at this point now, I really have to think. From a survey design perspective, this is not bad. This is how kind of academics could design a survey, because what you really want is kind of a detailed analysis of how people are spending their time with you. The problem is that these people are not committed. So I have a meeting in 4 minutes. I'm not going to be able to do this. And so Superhuman has lost me by having, the perfect is the enemy of good. And so we will try to just fill this in to see what is happening. But basically what they want is to do it almost a diary study of time spent, I'm sure, so that they can figure out how to use AI to help decrease my workload. Again, this is an industry question. I hate industry questions in surveys. I think that you can now use AI to get my name and understand my industry. And these industries are just likely too big to make sense of and actually do something that will solve. By the way, you typically do if you don't really want to read, people will do the first industry. And so again, hopefully it's randomized. Otherwise, you're getting kind of ordering effects. We're going to go with no. This is a little bit easier because they're one word. And so you can kind of really skim easily here. We'll go with strategy consulting. Great. Manager team. So again, this is supposed to be kind of, I'm a nice person by giving Superhuman this feedback. They're asking me so to put in so much work. And so I would say manager of consulting team drives KPIs for clients. I'm not going to put in that much effort here. If they wanted me to, I would likely have them give an example of the type of answer that they would want to avoid me kind of putting a 1 or 2 word answer in here. Now at this point, I only have 2 minutes left before my meeting. I'm probably going to give up. I would hope that the survey tool would save the data. Many don't. And so if you're administering a survey, you definitely want to check to see if it saves the data if people give up midway through. And then here is another thing. Again, they probably want to assess my usage of other AI tools so that they can disrupt those or not to disrupt. And this is called an attention check. Very nice, Superhuman. So basically, if I'm not paying attention, I'm just going through and answering, I would get this wrong. They would maybe screen me out of the survey. It's nice that they're doing a callback, but it also assumes that I answered that one correctly. And so imagine if I answered 5 of those. Now I have 5 more questions to sign up. The survey's extra long. Oh no. And I still don't know how long it's going to take. So when we think about kind of giving people progress meters, it's usually towards the end you want to say, you're almost done, keep going, because we don't want people to give up at this point. I've made it so far. In the beginning, you say you have 10 minutes to go, not a good framing, but at the end, you want to motivate me to finish. If kind of the analogy is you swim faster when you see the finish line, or you run faster when you see the finish line. If you're doing front crawl versus back crawl and you're seeing the finish line, people tend to go faster. So you kind of have that insight. Do 1 to 2 times a day. So this is also a hard question. How many hours in total do you spend at work? Like, do I really think about hours in total for meeting recaps? They say your best guess is fine, but it's just made up. And then now they're asking me all of these questions about my one answer. And so if I had answered multiple things about how I use AI at work, they would likely have a flow that has me go through multiple things, which would take me too long, and then I would give up. Your main goal as a survey writer is to get people to complete the survey in an accurate way. And again, the enemy of good is perfect. I think that's how you say it. I have, we're just keeping going on this meeting and we're like, what? Okay. It's still about meaning and transcription. So if they are asking me another hours tool, I'm going to say, and survey writers, when they're doing this, they're going to make a PowerPoint presentation on results as if I was answering without a time crunch. I'm going to have to give up because I have a meeting which kind of represents the pros and the cons of long surveys. Okay, we're done. So Superhuman, I like the rigor by which you're going at your surveys, but there will be survey fatigue at the end. You're assuming people will answer accurately and correctly and care about each of the answers. And this assumption likely is going to get you some bad data. So would probably redo the survey so it's shorter and more compelling for people to start. So you're getting a bigger sample of people versus just the ones that really, 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 really like Superhuman or really, really hate Superhuman and want to say, I hate you. So this is the essence of survey design, is who you get to take it and how much you trust their answers.